or the stigma of Christ on the emperor's right hand, though that has never been proven true. Selassie received mystical Rasta King Emmanuel and other members of the movement. The incarnated Jesus was face to face with his devotees and also presided over several formal events. 3 days later, on his departure, the long-sought dream to return the islanders to Africa, to the land of Shashimane, seemed almost to be a fact.
Some of the first settlers that went to Ethiopia believed that they could just go to Shashimane land and sit down and smoke ganja and say that we were in heaven. And Selassie actually told them off, that no, we have a country to rebuild here.
And the thing about repatriation is that's something you do from the inside. You know, you have to find your home from the inside, not the outside. So you can repatriate to anywhere as long as you have the love and the feeling from inside of you.
Repatriation is a must, but depend on the people who want to repatriate. We are the people who want to repatriate, most people that have brain to create and recreate another nation.
The Exodus, the dream to return to Ethiopia, abandoning slavery in Babylon. Exodus, the best album of the 20th century, according to Time magazine, was an extraordinary preaching to go back to the source, a prayer of the multitudes.
And I believe in repatriation. And if people so decide to repatriate, it's best to gather all kind of knowledge and wisdom to take back to your roots to make it better.
Because you don't need the people to go to Ethiopia to make war, or to say this is my land or this was my land. But that was your land, you don't need to go and say we demanding this. You go to teach.
In the meantime, in the Jamaican mountains, the closest possible place to heaven, the most spiritually committed Rastafarians are preparing for the moment to finally cross the Atlantic. Among the different Rastas' orders, the Bobo Shanti is one of the most traditional.
When you say Bobo, that means interpretation, African children. There's a lot of Bobo, not just here on this hill, in St. Andrew, Jamaica, but we are scattered. So right now we would say, yes, we would want to gather all the African children. More Ethiopia, because in Ethiopia is the head, is the crown head. And we have to go through the head where His Majesty has opened for us.
In this Bobo Shanti field in 9 Miles, Jamaica, hand-painted outdoor signs remind us constantly of the Bible's teachings. Others confirm the collective desire of equality and justice for all. Goodness over evil, the R of righteousness over the X of wrong, evil. This is a Bobo Shanti ceremony that starts at 3 in the morning and is repeated several times a day.
Well, you rise up, our daily routines churchically would be like on a day-to-day basis, like we rise up for Psalms, 3 o'clock in the morning. We rise up 3, 9 and 3, 3 in the morning, 9 mid-morning and 3 evening dawn setting. And these times are even training us in the same time movement that Africa is upon. So while half of the world is still sleeping, we're up or rising already, covering, getting a lot of things done, spiritually, physically, and mentally. So it's the resurrection, redemption, then the repatriation. We couldn't just run and go to Africa. We'd have to prepare ourselves, organize, centralize, purify, redeem, be redeemed, born again.
The day of the Sabbath, celebrated in the Jewish tradition, is another characteristic also based in the Bible.
The seventh day is to rest for Jehovah your God. On it, don't do anything at all.
The main difference is that Bobo Shanti observes Sabbath. Another spiritual precepts and concept where I observe majority of the other Rasta houses.
The turban, worn as if it was a crown, is another distinctive feature.
Due to the principle and the teaching of King Emmanuel, Arana as Ethiopian, our creation image and adornments, our creation raiments, start from the dreadlocks, wrapped within the turban requirements, robe and turban, yes, is our ancient dressing as Ethiopian.
The Bobo shanties carefully take care of their fields. They can also build their homes there, but only those who have earned the privilege. In some of these communities, there's no electricity. In others, no running water. This little fountain is carefully piped and filtered by them. Nothing can drive them away from introspection and the spiritual cult. They keep the fire of life lit at the top of the mountain. And between prayers, they manufacture brooms to be sold in town. But the Rastas of the 12 tribes of Israel order are the ones that celebrate Rastafari's birthday with the most popular events. Devotees of all ages celebrate in their most representative way, singing traditional songs. They build their small constructions by hand up in the hills. And they get together in communities to live a simple, natural life. Entire families live together, dedicated to spirituality and meditation. They read from the Bible, 1 chapter a day, until they finish it in a little over 3 years. When we return, the significance of their symbols: dreadlocks, the Lion of Judah, natural food, and the Rasta sacrament, signs of smoke to connect with their God. This is Rastafarians and the mystique of Bob Marley.